It's Labradoodle puppy playtime. We've got a whole playroom of puppies going on here. These medium Labradoodle puppies are 4 weeks old, and in today's video you are going to enjoy watching them play, seeing Mama Orca play with them, as you can see her doing right here. And we're also going to give you an update on each of the puppies, how things are going with Orca. We'll hear some lovely little barks and squeaks and growls going on, and we're going to talk about the importance of toys in socialization and desensitization with puppies. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Doodles, and the puppies from our Kaleidoscope litter are just doing fabulously. We are so excited that Mama Orca was able to come back, and she's been feeding her puppies, and now she's interacting with them. You can see her, she's really doing a playtime with Pink there. They're really having a good wrestle. She's teaching Pink a little lesson about something, showing her how to interact with an adult dog. And really, this is one of the benefits you can see from having the mama with the puppies. Now, as you might remember, Orca had her tail removed. As you can see, her skin is still fairly bare there. Her fur's just starting to grow back. Her wound is almost all healed from where the infection broke through, but we still get little bits of blood coming out here and there because whenever she wags her tail, she breaks the scab open. And she's a happy girl, so we get a lot of tail wags, but it's nothing to be concerned about. She's gone back for her recheck and she's come away with an all clear. The infection is completely gone and all is well. Now we've got puppies that are trying to play. Oh my goodness me, Mr. Orange, that's quite a conversation. You can hear that these puppies have grown up in the past week. Having Orca come back really made a big difference. While it's normal for puppies to start to play at this age and become more active, having Mom here just really made that happen so much more for these puppies. And look at these happy tails wagging away. These are happy puppies, full tummies, and no, we do not have to tube feed them anymore. Hallelujah. Orca, when she first came back, had quite a bit of milk that first day, and then it was gone pretty much entirely. And we were quite sad because we thought, oh no, she's not going to get it back. But fortunately, by using a natural supplement called fenugreek, we were able to restore her milk supply. As well, just being here with the puppies, having their scent and hearing them stimulates milk production. So that really helped Orca's milk to come back in. Then the puppies nursing all the time, the more stimulation on the nipples, the more the milk production increases. So, and we also amped up her food intake, so she's really enjoying a good amount of food now. And you can see she's just interacting like crazy with them all. She really enjoys playing with them and telling them and showing them how to play, and also to understand the hierarchy within this group of puppies and how to respect an adult dog. So these are really key lessons that mama dogs teach their puppies. And this is one of the critical things when we choose a breeding prospect that we look for. So we may find a prospect who's absolutely perfect in terms of their conformation, their structure, their temperament, and then later on when they're a bit more mature and we assess them, we find that they're really not the type of dog who enjoys interacting with young puppies. And now that is, as you could see, a really important feature. Now Orca's played with them, she's left, she's gone now. She's not in here with them all the time, but she is always very nearby. We have the door open so she can come and go as she wishes into the house, but she always chooses to stay right close to where they are. And the puppies, they can get out of this little area of theirs now. So we have to keep the gate closed or put a barrier up because they are all strong enough and coordinated enough to be able to get around really easily. So Orca, after we got her milk supply back in, the puppies were able to sustain their weights with nursing from Orca and with our solid food that we introduced to them. Now, when you introduce solid food, you want to be sure that it's nice and thick and easy for the puppy to lap up. Puppies don't know how to lap naturally, so you need to have something that's easy for them to get at and sticks to their tongue. So we make a concoction that's goat's milk. We use goat's milk because that's the most close to mama's milk, mixed with plain rice pablum and some pumpkin. And the pumpkin is there to help ease that transition for their digestive system over to solid food. And we start off by introducing solid food to these Labradoodle puppies with our finger. We actually sit right in here, put it on our finger, and then move our finger closer and closer to the dish so that they learn that the food is actually coming out of the dish. Now, I hope you all enjoyed our super cute little video that I posted on our Facebook reel. It will show you Reddle sitting very patiently and introducing the solid food to these guys. They caught on fairly quickly, and part of the reason for them catching on quite quickly, because we did introduce it a little early, was because Orca didn't have quite the normal amount of milk supply. So that meant that they were really quite motivated to be able to figure out how to feed themselves. So we started that on Monday last week, and by Wednesday, Thursday, I guess, they had it mastered. They figured out how to get in there on their own and how to eat. So that is just a huge accomplishment. It's a huge evolution for the puppies, and it also was something we were really grateful for because it meant Thursday night was the first night we were able to go to bed and we didn't have to get up during the night to feed the puppies with the tube. And I'm quite sure the puppies were equally as grateful that they didn't have to have the tube down their throat anymore. It also allowed us to go to our granddaughter's ballet recital. It was her year-end finale, so we were very excited that on the weekend, this past weekend, we were able to attend that. So everything's great news. Everything's really positive. These guys are just thriving. And I can tell you when we go through their weights at the end here, their weight gains are phenomenal. They did not lose out or be compromised whatsoever for that short period of time when they were being sustained with formula. So we're really proud of them for doing so well, really proud of Orca. And you can see here she is, she's getting a toy. Now Orca would not normally play with a toy like this during the day. So what's she doing? This is a great segue into talking about the importance of toys for puppies. She's showing the puppies what you do with a toy. She's introducing them to play. Now, toys are something, when we think of, oh, we're going to get a toy and we're going to get one for our kids or our grandkids, that's just a little treat, something fun. We don't think of it as being anything too much more than that. For puppies, toys are key. Toys are key from the time they're this age, 4 weeks old, right through to the time that they're geriatrics, because toys provide them with mental enrichment. You want your puppy to have a very fulfilled life. You want them to be mentally satisfied. And you want them to always be able to exercise their minds. So often we forget that how important it is for our dogs' minds to be fulfilled. Toys provide that for dogs. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to get the toys to do dual purpose. We're going to get them to provide entertainment for the puppies because obviously they have one another and they have Orca, so they're not missing out on any sort of stimulation. What, are you okay? Did Mommy give you a little bit more of a little play than you thought? Oh, yeah, you're okay. There you go. So you heard this little puppy squeak when Orca was playing with her. That's very intentional. It's not because Orca's being mean or rough with her puppies. She's teaching them this is too much. They have to learn. They don't know. They could bite you. They're getting teeth now. They can bite as hard as they want. They don't have any idea that they're hurting you or one another. So Orca is showing them, hey, this is what it feels like when somebody bites you. This is how hard you can play. This is what's comfortable for you, so that they then learn how to do that appropriately with other puppies. And you'll see here that Orca is still going great guns. Look at her, she's still playing. Whereas the puppies themselves, you can see here, they've all flopped out. They're all over on their bed here. They're crashing or lying beside me. So we're going to do a little bit of an explanation for what the toys are that we have in here right now, the purpose they serve, and why it's important that toys are specifically curated for each individual puppy and each individual age. So this one here is our biggest toy, this rabbit here. You can hear it squeaks. And it has lots of opportunities in different places to hang on and to do some tug. Now these guys are too little to do much tugging, but it does provide them lots of opportunity to grab on in various spots with one another. Now that helps them to interact with one another and also learn their spot in the group. Because if one of the puppies is the strongest at that point, they'll be able to take that toy away from the other puppy. So it's also got lots of different surfaces on it and a squeaker. We want to introduce them to squeakers because we want them to become desensitized to unexpected, different types of sounds. And we've already done this all this week, so you can see they might turn their heads around to see what I'm doing, but mostly they're just going to sleep through it. Yeah, only you are interested, Dorca. There we go. We'll put Mr. Bunny over there. We also have Mr. Elephant. He's similar to Mr. Bunny, lots of space for different puppies to chew on, soft, no stuffing, so no risk of them swallowing something they shouldn't. What's the matter, Mr. Yellow? You want to come sit with me? Squeaky ears, lots of different textures, soft on the mouth, just what you need when you're first starting getting your teeth, because you can bite through it and start working those teeth through, but it's not something that's hard, where they can't get their teeth into, and then they get frustrated and unhappy, and it just makes for a miserable puppy. Oh my goodness me, you got so much squeaking going on. Mr. Yellow is feeling a little bit like he wants Mummy's comfort, and he's not getting Orca to provide that for him, so he's feeling a bit needy. Then we have a slightly harder rope here. This is a twisted, knotted rope. This is soft though, so they can, when they get their teeth, put them in here and really chomp away. If they don't have their teeth yet, it's just here. They can both play on different ends. Again, we've got different textures with the little frayed bits and the more intact bits. And you can see here, move your big bum. You can see Orange Collar Boy, he also enjoys using the toy as a pillow. Here, let's go see. Oh, don't want anyone to see but except for you. You want to see what Orange is doing. Then we have this guy here. He sort of looks like a puppy. He's sort of the same size. He's not a puppy though, so it's introducing a foreign thing. Another squeaker. Orca will make this squeak for them. They're too small to make them squeak yet. Again, different textures, good for chewing, great for desensitization. And then finally, right now, we have this toy here that has more of, this is almost like a rough texture here, which will give them a different mouth feel. And then, where are you going, Yellow? You're gonna go right behind me there? There you go. Poor Yellow's got himself all in a state and can't find a place where he's feeling comforted. This guy has a little bit of a harder surface as well. So again, it's a different mouth feel. And yet another sound that's in the squeaker. So we change the toys out every few days, partly to keep the puppies interested, stimulated, and experiencing new things, and partly because they get filthy. The puppies are not clean right now. They still walk through their food. They still get the food all over each other. And sometimes they will, if Orca's not in here, walk through their poop and make a great big mess. And their dish still does have lots of milk in it. he's hungry. Reynolds, do you want to grab the pan? That's what he's looking for. We're just going to put the pan in, and we're going to put Orca out. Today is the first day that the puppy's food has included raw food. So we'll just get Orca out and close the gate so she doesn't come and eat it all, because of course she thinks it's 10 times better than her own food, even though it's exactly the same food. Yes, I'm getting it. And we'll see if that's what Mr. Yellow has been fussing about, that his tummy's empty. It doesn't feel empty. So it's kind of an unattractive looking meal, but what they have today is turkey mixed with goat milk. Now Mr. Yellow, if he was really hungry, would go right into the pan, but he's not seeming to be. Sometimes you have to remind them, and he's like, yeah, no, that's not what I want. So apparently I was wrong. Nobody seems to be interested in that right now, so okay. Wrong thing, but you can see that this is kind of mucky, and when they walk all through this, they get it everywhere and all over themselves and the toys. So it's key to remember, toys play a very important role in your dog's life, from puppyhood through to adulthood. Some dogs don't like toys at all, and we'll talk at another time about how you provide enrichment for those dogs. For our dog, Spirit wouldn't play with a toy ever. When she was a puppy, she didn't like them. She's never played with a toy. They're just not part of her life. Ripple, you will never see without a toy. She always has a toy, and indeed she actually has a very large collection of them at all times. She also likes to make sure that when other dogs come here, like Orca, that they understand, these are my toys. I'll decide which ones you can play with. That's part of how Ripple establishes to other dogs, I am the boss here, you aren't. So toys provide all sorts of communication opportunities for dogs, as well as lots of chance for mental enrichment. And right now you're just such a miserable little boy. You're just not wanting to be comforted. It's a bit like having a colicky baby right now. Nothing is making him happy other than licking my face for whatever reason. So we'll just let him lick on my face. I think what he wants to do is nurse, but Orca has decided that this is not a time for nursing. Now you'll see Orca start to move away from the puppies because they do have teeth. That's not very comfortable. So she'll nurse, but she'll do it standing up now, and she'll walk away and she'll kick them off. She'll come and play and she'll tell them, no nursing. That's not what's going to happen now. So what we'll do over the next few days is we'll have her come in wearing a surgical suit. And the reason for that is so that she gets some relief and the puppies can't access the milk bar with their sharp teeth. This is all part of the natural weaning process. Orca naturally knows that when the puppies have teeth, it's uncomfortable. So she's desirous of not feeding them so much, which of course leads to helping them develop more and more independence in terms of feeding themselves. So now we've spent all of this time giving Orca fenugreek to build up her milk supply, and we're going to pretty much right away turn around and start to reduce her milk supply to start drying her up so she's more comfortable. And to do that, we also use an herb that's natural, and it's sage. Sage we just sprinkle on her food, and it really promotes drying up of milk. So we always have something natural that we use to try and go through all the stages of puppyhood and motherhood. So now that's everything for today. When you get your puppy starter kit, the toys that are in it will be specifically curated for your individual puppy, because each of these puppies is going to require something different. If Mr. Yellow here retains this type of personality, he's going to be one that needs lots more of the softer, cuddly type toys, not the more robust, chewy toys, because he's the kind of puppy who's going to want cuddles and comfort. Same as his sleeping buddy that comes in your puppy starter kit. It's going to be a little bit more, a little larger and a little bit more plush for him to cuddle up with to feel comforted. This is Yellow's personality. This has been his personality ever since he was born. He's always been really desirous of having lots of attention, lots of cuddles, and just being comforted all the time. Whereas the pink collar girl is probably the most independent out of the litter. So let's go through the puppies now that we're talking about them. And today I'm going to tell you not just their weights, but what percent of their body weight they've gained since day one. And Mr. Yellow is our firstborn boy here, and he now weighs 1.827 kilograms. If you want to convert that to pounds, the easy way to do it is you just times it 2.2. That's it, and then you'll get what the pounds are. And Mr. Yellow has gained 539% of his body weight. So excellent. That's exactly where we want to see them. Anywhere that's around 450 to 550% at week 4 is what is considered to be ideal. Now I have to put you down and talk about your other brothers and sisters. So you're going to have to manage all by yourself. There you go. Yeah. Now, one thing with a puppy like this who is craving the extra support and security, you want to offer that to him, and then once you feel you've given them a sufficient amount, you want to provide them with somewhere where they can seek it out on their own. So right now I'm letting him go right in behind me here, and I'm going to let him do a little bit of fussing, and I'm going to want him to be learning to self-soothe and get himself settled down and go to sleep. Next, we've got Red Collar Girl, who's splayed out here by the pan of food. You can see she's an excellent example of the overall body condition we see in these puppies. Nice, broad, healthy, plump puppy. We don't want puppies who are grossly fat, but we definitely don't want scrawny puppies. We don't ever want to see their ribs. We want them to be nice and juicy like this. And she's a really excellent example. You can also see the beautiful sheen on her ebony coat here. Even though it's full of stickies from eating, you can still see all that shine there. So we still waken them up slowly, even though they can hear us. They don't know what I'm talking about or what we're doing. This is a chunky, solid girl with absolutely filthy legs. Hello, my sweet angel. And Red Collar Girl is 1.816 kilograms, and she has gained 426% of her weight. She has gained the least overall out of all of the puppies. But you could see from when we looked at her there, she's not lacking in any way whatsoever. She's a lovely, strong puppy. This is a fairly independent girl. She's not like Yellow at all. She doesn't require being picked up and soothed. She's often, as you saw her there by herself, quite an independent puppy at this point in time. And please remember, what you see for temperament for the puppies right now is not what you're going to see when they're 8 weeks old necessarily. They change daily. And this puppy here, Mr. Yellow, who's all fussy pussy and wants to have comfort, he may be the strong, independent one when they go home, and she may be the one who is needing all the attention. So please don't form any opinions about what each of the puppies are like, especially if you're one of the families, because this is not who they're going to be in even 1 week's time from now. Next, we have Black Collar Girl, who's way over on the far end there. Reynold, can you reach her over to me? Is that easy for you to step in and get her for me, please? Black Collar Girl, she is 1.69 kilograms now, and she has gained 457% of her body weight. So she's right there at that great amount. Just open the gate, maybe make it easier for you to get in there. And we'll just get her over here. Orca's going to come back in too. So we'll at the same time pick the food up because of course she's going to go for that right away. There we go, and we'll get Miss Black Collar over here. Hello, sweetheart. Thanks, hon. I'll trade you a puppy for the pan of food. And here's our little Black Collar Girl. So this little girl, she's a sweetie pie. She's quiet. She's in the middle of the pack. She enjoys being cuddled and snuggled. She doesn't have an absolute need to be picked up all of the time. We'll often see her cuddled up with one other puppy or just slightly away from the group. She is the puppy who, along with Yellow, the two of them are the ones who want to nurse the most still. She really enjoys that whole nursing experience, and if Orca's in here, she will always choose to be right up next to Orca. Right, Black? Yeah, that's a good girl. Then we have Pink Collar Girl, who must be right here. Oh no, Yellow's going to be all upset because I'm taking his snuggle buddy away from him. Come here, Miss Pinky. Yeah, come here. She says, no, I don't want to come out. I'm so cozy back here. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious me. Hi, Orcs. There we go. Here is Pink Collar Girl. Pink Collar Girl is our chocolate phantom girl who currently weighs sorry, Orca, I can't quite see, 1.858 kilograms. Orca apparently is very fascinated and doesn't want her to be seen. Thank you. And she has gained 554%, the most out of all of the puppies. Okay, I love you too. Yes, you're wonderful. And she is at this time also, no, she's not the largest puppy. She's the second largest puppy. Here, let's show everybody your baby. They don't want to look at you. Yes. There we go. So she's doing really well. Now this puppy is also a very independent puppy. She is often off by herself, but when she is by herself, she's usually somewhere like right where she was right now, tucked in behind, somewhere where she finds a real lot of security. She doesn't like to lie out in the open as much as these other puppies do. Then we have Orange Collar Boy. That's this little black and white guy here who's using the toy as a pillow. Now this is a great thing. I love to see this in a puppy when they're comfortable enough to be able to figure out and problem solve how to make themselves comfortable. He's not reliant on Orca. He's not reliant on his siblings. He found this and he was like, okay, good, this is what I want. I want to be snuggled up with something. But he figured out how to do that independently with something that is not one of his litter mates. That's a really good sign, isn't it, handsome? Yes, this is a handsome boy for sure. He has the sweetest little face. Mr. Orange is 1,630 or 1.63 kilograms, and he has gained 493% of his body weight. So he did really quite well. Now we'll see an innovative way of sleeping over there. That is Purple Collar Girl. And she's decided that she's going to do a classic ALD pose by being upside down. And let's get some interesting cuddles going on with the pink bunny there. I tell you, sometimes the entertainment value from puppies is just off the charts. Next we've got Blue Collar Boy, who must also be back here. Yeah, I can tell just by his heft who he is. Come here, buddy. Mr. Blue. Oh my goodness, this guy. He's the biggest. He's 1.905 kilograms, and he's gained 507% of his body weight. This guy is super independent. He is almost always off on his own. He doesn't really care where his brothers and sisters are whatsoever. But he does love to be picked up and have a snuggle. And boy, does he love his mama Orca. Oh yeah, that is his favorite person in the world. And last but not least, we have our little bit of entertainment over here. Little Purple Collar Girl. Hi, sweetie. Do you want to waken up? Hey, Purple Collar Girl is the smallest puppy in the litter, and she is coming in today at 1.551 kilograms. This is our Ebony Phantom Girl. Look at the shine on that face. My goodness me. She looks a little dopey right now because I woke her up. And she gained 541% of her body weight. Purple has this beautiful eye contact. She has had this eye contact right from when we started tube feeding. She always is seeking out your face. Even when she couldn't hear, she would seek it out. She seemed to always know where to look. Right, sweetheart? Now that she can hear, that she is very responsive to voice, and she does have an extraordinarily strong amount of contact with the eye. Love to see that. Love to see that ability to connect and communicate with people. There you go. I'll put you back with your rabbit. So that's our update for today. It's great. Everyone's doing so well. I'm really, really impressed with how well they did with their weight gains. We're so delighted to have Orca back, and we're particularly happy that she's enjoying herself so much. You'd never know that she was ever gone. I think actually she's having more fun with this litter than she has with any others. So maybe it was because she missed that 1 week of time with them. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon. And more than anything, we'd love to read your comments, have a little chat with you, answer any questions that you have. We hope that you found the video enjoyable. If you don't have time to leave us a comment, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you back in 2 weeks, because this coming weekend is our puppy family visit, so all our families will get their video update live and in person. Thanks for watching. You that goofer. You that goofer.